us women, we're absolutely phenomenal beings. But for us to be able to thrive and to reach our fullest potential, we have to sometimes unlearn to learn again about ourselves. Welcome. I'm your host, and you're listening to Elevate with Noe, your new favorite and go-to podcast. It's about time you tuned in. Come on this journey with me, and let's get it. Hi ladies, welcome back. If you're new, girl, you need to join the community, okay? If you like all things about self-improvement and becoming your dream woman, you found the right podcast for you, honey. So stay tuned, okay? And follow the podcast on Spotify and Apple. And if you're watching on YouTube, you know what to do. Don't forget to subscribe, all right? Let's get right into it. So in today's topic, I really want to talk about femininity. We've seen it so much online, being feminine, dark feminine energy, light feminine energy, everything that has to do with femininity. But what is that? What is femininity? So I'm going to start off with the definition. So I Googled this and this is what I found. It's basically qualities or attributes regarded as characteristics of women or girls. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'll probably put a picture or a video. And when you think about being feminine, we always have that image of a beautiful woman looking put together, having her hair done, nails done, toes done, her skin looking gorgeous, a little bit of makeup, or face full of makeup with a beautiful dress on or skirt, wearing heels, right? And also we tend to think of the color pink. We tend to also think of wearing a bow or wearing our hair a certain way to make it look more feminine, right? But is femininity only based on looks? Is it only based on our hair looking a certain way? Is it only based on getting our nails done? Or is there more to it? Is it just based on aesthetic, basically? So let's dive into it. And this is what I want to talk to you about. This is one of the reasons I wanted to read you first, the definition, because I wanted to share with you some attributes that I think can help all of us to be more in tune with our femininity. Because when we look at a woman who's very feminine, she's often very soft. She's not weak. Softness doesn't mean that you're weak, but she's soft, she's well-spoken, she's in tune with her body, okay? And there's certain attributes that I've realized that makes a huge difference. These are subtle and very subtle tricks, but can really make a difference into how you behave and how you exude your femininity to the world, okay? So I have 5 attributes, and the first one is to take your time. So we tend sometimes when we're running late to go somewhere or we need to hurry up to do certain things, we are rushing things. And this is not good. It literally kills our femininity because we always on the go instead of just living in the moment. By taking your time, you are more appreciative of the moment. You're living instead of just running after your tail. And you become a bit more in tune with yourself by taking your time. Whether it's grocery shopping, or taking yourself shopping, or cooking. Don't you enjoy it better when you take your time instead of rushing everything? Do the experiment. Try it on yourself. Try to rush into cooking a meal, for example, or rushing into getting dressed, or rushing into doing your makeup versus taking your time. And how does that make you feel? If you're watching on YouTube, I need you to comment and let me know how does that make you feel when you're doing things rushed and when you're taking your time. And let me know. I'm curious to know. Me personally, I hate it when I rush things. I'm stressed out. I'm not in tune with my body. I'm completely disconnected. Versus when I take my time. This is important to your femininity, which leads to attributes number 2, which is to relax. When you are not in a calming state, you're constantly rushed, you are constantly stressed out with life, it's going to be very hard for you to be in tune with your femininity. And I'm speaking to myself as well, because I definitely see a difference. When I'm calm, I'm way more approachable. People come to me, they smile at me, they want to do nice things for me. When I'm stressed out and I'm not calm, nobody is paying as much attention, to be honest. And when you're not calm, you just don't feel good about yourself. When you're not in a calm state, even if you have your makeup, hair done, nails done, if you're stressed out, it's also going to take a toll on your energy. It's going to take a toll on your mood. You're not going to feel good about yourself, even if your appearances are a 10 out of 10. So trying to practice that, trying to take off all the chores or all the things that are stressing you out of life, work on it consistently so you can be more in a calming state. It's very difficult for a woman to tap into her femininity fully while being stressed out. When I look at women who are so feminine, they don't look stressed. Okay, honey? When you look at their face, they look very calm. They look like they're very in tune with their body, connected, fully aligned from head to toe. And again, this is not appearances that I'm talking about. So this is attribute number 2. If we go to attribute number 3, this one is something that I have noticed with myself, and I don't see women talking about it as much, but it's to have a delicate touch. And what I mean by that, for example, you're going to your kitchen, you're thirsty, okay? You want to get yourself a glass of water. Are you gonna rush the cabinet, open it quickly, aggressively, get the glass, and then rush into the fridge to get the water? No, take your time. Again, all these attributes are connected to one another. When you have a delicate touch, you are opening slowly, you're taking your time to open the cabinet. I'm not saying that you're slow like a turtle to reach the glass, but there's a difference with you rushing aggressively to get to the cabinet to get your glass versus just calmly opening the cabinet and get your glass. Taking the time to wrap your hand around the glass and walking towards the fridge and then opening the fridge and then getting the water and then pour it into your, taking the time. Again, it goes back to the first attribute, having a delicate touch when you're taking things, whether it's in your kitchen, whether it's getting your makeup brushed or doing your bed in the morning. Take that time when you're grabbing things. Don't do it aggressively, okay? And try it for yourself. Do the experiment and see how you feel. Always trying to check in with yourself. How does that make me feel when I'm taking things aggressively versus when I'm taking my time? Try it and let me know in the comments. Now we're at attribute number 4. And this one, I love it. I really like this one. It's to speak softly. So I'm not trying to tell you to change your voice, okay? Please be yourself. There's beauty in being you. No one else is going to be you but you. So might as well take the role and play it to the fullest, sis. Do it. Be yourself. And your voice, I'm not telling you to change it, to have a higher pitched voice. Your voice is your voice, girl. Be confident in how you speak, how you sound like, and embrace that. If you have a little accent, embrace that, sis. These are beautiful parts of yourself. Embrace that. And what I mean by speaking softly, it's instead of talking super fast, trying to redo that and trying to talk more slowly. Avoid talking super fast. Take your time to articulate your words, to get your point across. Take your time to talk, okay? Your tone also. You're stressed when you speak. That tone of your voice will change and it will exude that, okay? So this is why I'm suggesting you to speak softly, to not be loud with your voice. Having a calm and soft tone, no aggressiveness in your tone, will make people more drawn to you, will make people gravitate towards you, want to lean more towards you to understand what you're saying, paying attention to what you're saying as well. And all these little attributes that you're going to work on, you don't have to speak all of them. It can just be one. Just having one attribute and apply and practice it at home or in public is going to exude more your femininity. And people love feminine women, they love being close to feminine energy, be around feminine women, period, okay? There's something mysterious about it, there's something magical about it, there's something absolutely beautiful and pleasant to be around a woman who's feminine. And it doesn't have to be just about you getting men, it can be literally other women who are very straight, who want to be in your presence solely because of who you are. You don't even have to say anything. It can just be how you behave. It can just be your attribute, right? So yes, speaking softly is definitely important. So pay attention to how you speak. And the last attribute that I want to mention, if you've been watching my episode, this last attribute is definitely going to speak to you. It's to receive. When someone is doing nice gestures, when someone is giving you flowers, when someone's trying to pick up your groceries to carry it to your car, don't say, no, it's fine, I got it. No, say, yes, I need that. Or just say, thank you, I really appreciate. If someone asks you, hey ma'am, do you need help with your luggage? Don't say, no, sir, it's cool, I got it. No, say instead, that'll be very helpful. Thank you. Receive. The more that you practice receiving, the more people who gravitate towards you will be willing to give you, will be willing to help you. But it all starts with you, sis. What your body has been accustomed to. If you are lacking all these attributes, and these are just a few that I've mentioned, right? There's probably plenty other attributes. If you don't nurture these attributes, you don't apply it to your life, you're going to be less tuned in with your femininity. Because if you think it's solely about doing your hair and getting your nails done, you're making a big mistake. You cannot just work on the appearances and completely brush off the inner work. It's a teamwork. You have to combine both. Yes, look good, but also apply these attributes. Have a delicate touch. Speak softly. Be careful with the tone that you're using when you speak to someone. Is there a little bit of aggressiveness? Are you speaking too loud toward the person? These are all things that you need to pay attention to. And sometimes before even going to the public, you can practice it at home. Practice in private before you go public. And taking your time. Relax. Instead of always being stressed out about what's next. Oh, I haven't done this. Or I need to relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, because if you brush off all these attributes, it's going to be more difficult for you to be in tune with your body. And for women to be feminine, they need to be in tune with their body. You need to be aligned with who you are. And us women, we're absolutely phenomenal beings. But for us to be able to thrive and to reach our fullest potential, we have to sometimes unlearn to learn again about ourselves. Sometimes we have to unlearn certain things to dive into the basics so we can thrive and reach to the top. So this is why I want to share all these attributes with you about femininity and what real femininity is, because it's beyond looks, beyond appearances. And I want you to tell me which attributes you plan on trying on yourself. It doesn't have to be all at once. It can just be one. If you already into that journey, what attributes have you practiced on yourself that you feel made a difference or made you feel more in tune with your femininity? I'm really curious. If you're watching on YouTube, I need you to comment below, okay? And that's it for today's episode. And if you stick to the end, I'm gonna give you a bonus attribute that is actually linked and connected to the last one I mentioned, is to not be afraid to ask for help. And if you've been watching my previous episode, you know that I've mentioned this plenty time, and I will keep mentioning for newcomers and new people joining the community, because it's so important for me to stress this out, because I don't see enough people talking about it. This is why there's going to be some repetition when it comes to not being afraid to ask for help. And this is why it's connected with the fifth attribute, which was to receive. So if you're not afraid to ask for help, you're not afraid to receive as well, right? And a lot of feminine women that you see, they have no problem asking for help and they have no problem receiving it as well. All right, so I'm gonna leave you on that. And if you're interested in more episode. Check out the playlist, girl. I'll have plenty more episode and plenty more to come. So stay tuned, and I hope you have an amazing day. And remember, you got this. Bye. Like anything in life, everything comes to an end. Yay, girl. This concludes today's episode. Again, thank you so much for listening. And remember, you got this. See you on the next one. Bye.